Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Michael. We are here in my backyard. Beautiful night around a fire. Just wanted to do a little podcast with Brady and Paul.
This is like campfire stories.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
This is an actual campfire.
Campfire stories.
Campfire light.
Yeah. And it's
y'all,
hot.
You guys built a.
Hey, what is it? It's a hot show.
Offstage America. Hope y'all are having a good night wherever you're at. Yeah, we're just sitting here chilling. Watch WrestleMania 1. No, not WrestleMania 1. First night of WrestleMania. Okay. We went back in time, guys.
We went way back in time.
Yeah.
We technically could watch WrestleMania 1, though, so, you know.
I mean, yes,
Since
we
could
could.
circle the moon. We could go back in time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you think that happened?
That they went around the moon.
Yeah. You know, because people are saying.
People are not believing it. It's true.
Here's my thing on it, right? Like, who knows? I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm not a rocket scientist. So
Yeah, I didn't study that.
I don't know.
Right?
Like, maybe I don't know. But when you do think about the actual moon landing, there is some odd things.
Yeah.
Landing on the moon.
Like landing
With
on the moon.
technology. There's a few things that makes you, question. And then now it's like, why would it, if we're going to go, if we went to it then,
Yeah.
now with the technology we have, these rockets are parking their self back into their freaking little holders,
Yeah, and it's like.
Why can't just go land on the moon and squash the whole conspiracy? You know what I mean?
And we're still sending space capsules down into the ocean. Like, we can't just figure out how to, fly up there and fly back. Like, yeah, I get it's way more complicated than that, but still, the thing that's real interesting is the old way is still the best way. If you go based off of, the Artemis.
What do you mean?
Going up in a traditional rocket.
Like the space shuttle
landing
rocket?
Capsule.
Dude, I remember being a kid in Florida, dude, and when they would take off, we went and saw them in person a couple times, but he'd take off when it breaks the sound barrier or whatever.
Yeah.
You hear the boom. We'd all sit out there waiting for it.
Yeah.
So if it did, so it makes more sense that we went to the moon back in the day than it does now.
No.
No.
I'm just saying it's just weird that that's what they decided.
Oh,
to go
that's how
back
we're
to,
landing. Yeah, you're just gonna fall.
They're like, yeah, no more space shuttle, even though that thing was, it did blow up twice, so that's not great. But the size of these
True.
rockets, though,
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, it blew up twice? I know of one time.
twice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because once was in
Takeoff.
last decade,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then you had that
Gosh,
school
that has to
teacher
be horrible.
lady that was on it.
But then,
That's the one I'm thinking
but then,
of.
now there's videos going around. Y'all seen this?
Uh-uh.
With the looks like
Paul, you don't know. He hasn't said it yet. You just said no.
it's like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like, he hasn't even said it. He's like, no.
He said, no. Nah, I don't know.
I won't know.
Where it looks like the astronauts were in these boxes that were sliding down the side away from the shuttle as it was taking off.
Oh, I did see that video where it looked like they were actually getting out of the
So now you don't know
space
what's
shuttle.
AI or not. I mean, I feel like I can still tell what's AI, but
Yeah. Sometimes you can. Sometimes
there's
there's
some
good
crazy stuff out there, dude. That,
Yeah. But no, I did see that video. That's kind of odd.
yeah.
I think
I don't know.
I think it
don't
was
know if we did or not.
even if it. So here's my take on it. Even if it was real, it was very underwhelming. Because I expected it's 2026 and I feel like we went up there and we got the same pictures that we got the first time we went.
A little bit better.
Yeah, not that.
Not
much
much better.
different,
I mean, the pictures they showed on online, they were like, yeah, these are great, and it's just this is the same picture I feel like I've seen a million times.
Do you feel like sometimes, if you really think about it, it's like we're living our parents' childhoods again, because that first shuttle was, when was that?
60s.
Yeah, it was a
Right,
while.
The shuttle was the 80s,
80s, right? But you
Yeah.
have Kennedy, shuttle, or moon landing. When was the moon landing?
60s.
60s?
63?
So around that time, right? My dad was born in
62,
62.
61,
so-
something like that.
Anyway, moon landing, Kennedy, you have all these, there's some weird comparisons here. Then you have I feel like our generation, this generation, whatever, this era, Kennedy is the Charlie Kirk stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's so much. I mean, it's just, it has to be what it was like a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit.
no.
I mean, now sadly, we have technology, so it was plastered all over the place. You know, we have better technology to hopefully figure all that out. But, and then it's like, and then we're going to the moon. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. We're going to go up and we're going to lap around it.
Like,
we're going to look at it.
$30 million to make a loop.
Yeah. And apparently they have a really good cell phone service in space. They have better cell phone service up there than I do on Earth.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I couldn't even flip the screen around on a TikTok live.
Yeah.
They can FaceTime
They
their
can
kids.
FaceTime their kids,
From
to
the moon.
FaceTime the president.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, Trump's talking to him clear as day.
So this is a funny story. Well, it's not a funny story, but literally my truck broke down on the side of the road yesterday.
Oh, yeah, yesterday.
And I was calling the tow truck, and as we're on the way home, like as I'm talking to the tow truck driver, he kept going in and out on my cell phone, and I couldn't hear a word he's saying. So you mean to tell me the president of the United States can talk to the people that's in the spacecraft that's thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from Earth, but I can't talk to a driver on the phone 10 miles away from where I am? Think about that.
We live in a
Can't even
weird
get
time,
Michael
dude.
to answer the phone 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's true,
He
too,
needs
yeah.
to talk to Trump on the moon.
That has nothing to do with service.
That's just I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, dude, it's wild, man. I don't know. Well, all right. So if they fake this whole thing, then that means how much money are you paying these people? Or are you signing? Or are they signing something going, hey, don't say nothing, or your whole family's gone. Great actors. You know how much money these people would make to go on some big podcast or any sort of like show,
Bro,
go,
if they paid me $30 million and they told me you can't speak of this the rest of your life, I think I could hold that secret.
No, we could, yeah, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the
There's
thing,
some-
right? Like, what about all these NASA scientists that are
Oh,
winding
the
up?
9th one just died. 10th.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
That has either been de-lifed or disappeared.
What is D-Life?
yeah.
Dead.
Explain that.
Dead.
We have to call
Out
it
of this-
D-Life
No,
now?
we don't have. I was just being silly.
I think it's called unalived.
Unalived. Whatever. Unalived.
He D-Lived himself.
Well, out there, they lived himself.
He walked out there right into the front yard, D-Lived himself. Right there.
I was about to say something. I was about to say something. I was going to get canceled.
That's funny.
Look at the pollen coming down, boys.
Oh man,
Boy.
is that what that is?
I think it is.
Oh.
It ain't rain.
Yeah, pollen gets bad around this time. But it's a nice night, though. You just won't be able to breathe tomorrow.
It's going to be cold again tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, well, cool.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Sunday.
Sunday, we got WrestleMania number 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, not actually number 2. Night 2.
If you want to watch two,
We can watch 2. Hey, maybe we just throw a whole WrestleMania party tomorrow and we just watch all the WrestleManias leading up to night 2.
We're going to have to probably start right now.
Well, we can start on
I don't even
WrestleMania.
know if
We
you
can start on
start right
WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Watch 40 and 41.
It was all right.
You talking about night 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it sucked.
Yeah, I
then,
was impressed.
Like, what is up with the gravity of the wood just falling in the fire right now? That was nice and steady.
Well,
When the foundation gets weak,
And now it didn't crumble, though. It just said,
well, maybe
"Nah,
they
I'm
got
good."
tired, dude. Those logs were holding each other up for a while. Maybe they're like, I got to go.
just got to let it go.
Sometimes you got to let them go, dude.
Let it go.
That other one's probably weighing that one down.
This is what happens when you put a microphone in front of us at like midnight at your house. In
Is
your
it
backyard.
midnight? 11:59. Happy
Nope.
New Year.
You know how mad people be like, "Oh yeah, we just faked that we were watching WrestleMania."
Yeah,
Really,
we had
like,
no
last
idea.
year, we're just
Yeah.
slow rolling shows.
No, it was.
We really haven't seen Michael in like 4 months.
There was there was a lot of lost moments. I feel like there's constantly been lost moments with WWE that they're not.
Yeah, there's so many lost moments. It just feels like the product is kind of like not moving forward in a way. Like we were kind of talking about earlier. It's like they missed a perfect opportunity to put the belt on Randy Orton and go into
100%.
Monday in a total new story. But now I feel like we start Monday in the same position we were in when we were going into Mania.
Yeah.
So that, in that aspect, it's kind of weird. And I think the whole Pat thing was a
was
lot
dumb.
for nothing.
Like, no, I love Pat McAfee. This is not talking crap on him. I think
Yeah.
the whole angle that WWE chose made no sense. And then it ended making no sense.
None.
So it was like, what was the whole point of this dude coming out here?
Yeah. And, they teased the, Orton talking on the phone with someone, and the whole, like, dynasty of, like, the legacy of a wrestling family and stuff, and then it ends up being Pat.
McAfee
Like,
comes out.
what?
Guys, these parents have never wrestled in their lives.
Never, ever. Like, it's just like that promo
He
makes
played
no
football.
sense now.
Kind
Oh,
of
no, dude. Pat's awesome.
Yeah, Pat's great. Pat himself is great.
That's hilarious, dude.
He just didn't fit. He didn't fit this story.
But the story just makes no sense because he's a great commentator, right? With him
Now-
and Michael Cole.
Yeah.
It was like a new-ish version of JR and the King.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, it was like him and Michael Cole had that. He had the JR thing, where he was a little animated and would talk some smack or celebrate with the wrestlers or whatever. And Michael Cole was a straight-laced JR dude, But
I don't know.
night 2, maybe. I don't know. You think Trump shows up on night 2?
I saw he was in Vegas, or I heard he was in Vegas.
Is he?
Something. I saw something
Not
that he was in
UFC,
Vegas.
so you never know.
But it's owned by the same company though.
Yeah.
So WWE and UFC is now under the same umbrella.
You think Dana White goes to night 2
Was he at night
with
1?
Trump?
Oh yeah. If Trump is there, Dana White will be there.
Dude, I
100%.
was thinking about this the other day when he showed up. He showed up at the UFC fight, and I'm like, man. And there was also, there was Rubio. There was other politicians there, And on either side, this is whatever. I'm just like, man, when you're a politician at that level, there's no way you don't go into every place in public scared to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, someone already took 2 pops at Trump, so I'm
Like
sure
you can't, like you don't get used to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then like it's happened. It happened to Charlie. It's 2 attempts on Trump. And it's like, dude,
world be crazy.
no matter where you go or what level it is, it's like you might be the closest thing to that person that somebody can get to. So they just choose you because you're,
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
you know.
Oh yeah. No.
They don't even
no doubt.
let's all be real. We don't really know what's going on.
We have no idea.
We
We have no idea.
clue what's going on, dude. And when you think you do,
They throw you a
they
curveball.
throw a freaking curveball, man. I swear to God, dude, we are living. Taylor Sheridan must have been writing this script because I feel like it's like our days end like his TV shows do, where it's a perfect moment where you want to stay up and just see what happens. Like,
Yeah.
you wake up and
100%.
go, oh, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
It's
like they just announced, when this airs a couple weeks ago, that the Strait of Hormuz had been open, and then literally I wake up this morning and it's like, Iran was like, psych.
I was like, no, it's closed.
We closed that
And I'm
again.
like, what do we do? What
It's just like it's like watching kids fight. Honestly, it's kind of what it feels like.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's a weird time.
It is a very weird time, and it kind of paints a picture of how different the world we are living in.
I know,
compared to like even when we were kids, man. This is not normal.
Bro, you just like what people don't think. I think I said this the other day. People don't think of too is like these kids, dude. Now they don't have textbooks like we did.
No,
they have a computer that they're on all day at school, and then they get home and they're on an iPad or something all day, or a screen or whatever all day, and like all these, like, I'm sorry, there's no connection. There's no competition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And speaking of kids being on computers and stuff, and this is kind of off subject, but it's not really off subject. But I remember when we were in, school, like high school and stuff, like if we were to go to use a calculator for like a test or something, the teacher would always tell us, like, you're not going to be able to use a calculator in the real world. It's like That didn't work out well for him because
Yeah,
I use the
backfired on him, actually.
I use the calculator every single day of my life in the real world.
I
You know?
also like why and bro, I'm telling you, I don't know if this is the 30s or what, but I like I said, dude,
I told him about AI.
I'm rolling cast iron, bro. Also shows responsibility, because that's a commitment.
Yeah.
I had to take, you got to take care of this thing.
You
right?
imagine.
But I have cast iron. I'm eating farm
Farm fresh.
organic, right from the farm, from my girl JoJo.
JoJo.
Market.
Hey, I actually went with me and Mike
we
went to
ended up at a
JoJo's
commercial
today.
for JoJo's Market today.
Yeah.
Straight from the gym.
Nice.
No,
Wasn't nice.
it was
Chicken
nice. It was nice. Yes, I love them. But we came straight from the gym. They go, we're shooting a commercial, man. We're talking. I introduced JoJo to Brady, and we're sitting there. And of course, I don't care. I'm joking right now, but in my mind, I'm like, I come in here. I love that place and them, and they're awesome. We're in Dallas, Georgia area, Bobo Road, or what's the main road there?
Oh, I have no idea.
Look up JoJo's Market. Go see them. Tell them I sent you. There's good people. But I'm like, every time I come in here, I like, have a shirt on or something.
Yeah. You mean you're telling me you wear a shirt into the store?
That's usually
Nicer than I did today.
did.
No, I was right out of the sauna, so we're to shoot this commercial. My shirt just soaking wet with
Just
sweat.
soaked,
still.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
of course we'll do it.
Well, that's not as funny as the story she told us of the two ladies that came in prior to us. That was the first time they'd
She
ever been
thought
in
that
the
she
store.
knew them?
Yeah, and she put them to work
Yeah,
as soon as they walked in.
Bell pepper up here, grab that. The lady's like, yeah. She's like, would you? Thanks for coming back. She's like, oh, it's our first time.
It's
here.
our first time here.
We're at a commercial.
She was like, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have.
That's funny,
No, yeah,
bro.
hilarious.
There's nothing better, dude, than small town mom and pop. And I'm glad to see. I think that's coming back because I think people are
People are getting tired of corporate
all
and
the corporate
like
stuff, dude.
the things they're putting in our food now is
man.
poisoning us.
I think you see people be in a community more,
Yeah.
which is what I think is what our ancestors were. You know what I mean? Like you took care of your
Well, they
community
had to
and-
be. They had to be a community, right?
Compound, by the way.
Yeah. Huh?
This is step one before we're on a compound.
A compound.
We're going to a compound.
Yeah.
Would you like to
going to
elaborate on
heaven.
that?
Huh?
I'm going to heaven. You go to a compound.
You can go to the compound if
Yeah,
you want to
go
go to the
compound.
compound.
You know, we all
You have
raise
my
our own
bedroom at the
chickens,
compound.
Yeah.
We all go raise our own chickens and goats. And
Oh, bro,
cows
I
and
can't wait,
everything.
dude. I need to see if we can have chickens.
Yeah.
What if I can have
I'm
chickens
actually
out here?
shocked you haven't just disappeared to Montana.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, dude.
You and
I'm
Tim just living
I'm
next to
two
each other.
more weird things popping up on the news, dude. I'm back in my I'm pop right now.
Yeah.
I would have a guard. I'm drinking out of glass bottles.
I really hope that's just like the leaves falling back there because it sounds like something walking.
No, that's leaves, buddy. That's woods.
Sounds like Bigfoot just cranking stuff back there.
Fort Lauderdale's coming out of them.
Yeah. A little timid over
God,
Would you ever go Bigfoot hunting?
no.
Really?
No.
Why?
Because I don't think there's a Bigfoot.
But would you do it just to do it? For like,
Why the hell would I go hunting for something that isn't there?
there. That
what
isn't
if you
real.
find it?
What the fuck is that phone?
I'm telling you, look at this is it's literally raining tree shit.
Tree shit.
There's just seeds and stuff all over me right now.
All right, let's get back on
called
this
the
big.
woods.
Let's get back to this
Yeah.
Bigfoot topic.
So hypothetically, if you could go on a Bigfoot hunt in the backwoods, maybe you could shoot an elk at the same time. Would you do it?
If I could, if bro, there's no Bigfoot. Maybe there was at one point in time. But there's no way. You know how much of this?
What's more likely, Bigfoot exists or we went to the moon?
That's actually a good question.
That is a good question.
I would say,
I mean, you
if
would
I
think
had to
we
put
would
my
find
wife on it,
bones,
I would
right?
say, yeah, I would think that we have found some type of evidence. But
Or they did.
with that
Wanted
being
to know about it.
said,
Also, there
There's-
was an era of time where people were bigger, and was there just a group of people that were
Yeah.
big,
Glad
hairy
you brought
dudes?
that up,
You know what I
because
mean?
My brain is on a kick on some shit right now.
What's your brain
Oh my
on?
god, like the whole like Nephilim and all that kind of stuff.
Nephilim.
You see like
Your brain is on something,
You
man.
know what Nephilim is? So like when you read the Bible, right? It talks about like the sons of it was like this the sons of God and the daughters of man laid together.
Oh,
and
yeah,
had
yeah,
giants, right? And so you look at all these rock formations and things out there that are shaped as like humans. It's kind of like when you think about it, right? Like God sent the flood because the earth was so bad we had to hit like reset, and you're just sitting here going like, wait a minute, wait a minute, like it was worse than now.
Yeah.
And you know, it talked about giants and all that other stuff. And I mean, think about it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
these
what
are,
I'm
like,
saying. So maybe there was at one point.
So do you think the giants created the pyramids?
No, that would have been post flood. So no.
That's true.
Now, did every single giant die? I mean, I don't know, but I mean, if you've ever like go on, like, good Lord, this shit.
Andre the Giant.
Go
never
online
dies.
and like you start
He lives
looking
in
at
my
this
heart
stuff
forever.
You know, I mean, dude, I mean, straight like rock formations looking like giant, like fucking like snakes and
Oh yeah,
gators
man.
and
Yeah.
humans, and you're just like,
Oh, I've seen that
and
actually.
you're
Yeah.
just kind of like, what are the chances? And the thing is it's all like unique. And I saw this, and I saw this a TikTok of this, and I don't even know if it's like accurate, but it was like there. So you look at the moon, and it has all these like asteroid hits that's randomly sporadic, but the Earth has like a certain amount, and it's all like the number of fallen angels that got thrown out of heaven, kind of a thing that came to Earth, like the Watchers.
I mean, dude. God will show you signs, buddy.
Like that's the thing, you know. And then the whole like fall, like the pre-Earth stuff, like man, like my brain, like just trying to comprehend that as a human just makes your head just go bananas, you know. Like how in the world did that happen? Like, can angels actually die? How did that happen?
I mean, if he threw him out of heaven,
Yeah.
Can
What
they
do-
die?
do they go to hell? I don't know.
That would be technically like a fallen angel.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
And why are there other galaxies? Why are
See,
there other
okay, here's my
planets?
thing. Okay, here's my thing on this whole people. I think, guys, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves as humans. I think we're getting a little spoiled and we're bored because we're the rich kids and we get everything we want at the touch of our phones. You know what I mean?
True.
So now we're bored. Now we want to know, and now we have technology, or now I don't know, politicians are wanting to hide something, so they're putting this out. That's what I think. But they're going to tell us about aliens. Can we leave them alone?
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't want to know. You don't shut the door. That screen door, it's open. I opened it.
Leave it open.
I can take that little metal thing, push it back, and it closes. A galaxy, if you open the door to a galaxy, you're not shutting that door, and I don't know what's on the other side.
I mean,
I'm cool here.
Think about it though. Like,
Nope.
right? Like, what are the ramifications of? I mean, if you think about this,
If
I mean, look, everything's an if, and I'm trying not to sound like I'm not gonna sound like blasphemy because I'm not trying to get hit by a Mack truck on the way home. But like,
yeah, I only believe in Jesus.
the weird things about like if you believe the Bible, right? Like, what does that mean for like that? You know, like someone posed one of the craziest questions to me ever. Is like, if we go to Mars and God comes back, like, does like the same rules apply if you're on Mars, or just like, do you just watch it on TV? Like, it's like there's some wild stuff that your brain can really just start to get.
Why do we want to
because
live on
now-
Mars? Or
Yeah,
this place
like,
is
I
It's
know.
a hypothetical question. I'm just
I know,
asking.
but people truly want to. Like, why? Why? This place is sick, man. If you go to places where no one's been before,
There's literally places on Earth that no man has ever stepped
Yeah.
still.
there's part
Yeah.
of the ocean that we've never seen.
That's crazy when you
I'm
really
cool.
think about it. Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good in my bubble
Yeah.
right here on
Also,
Earth.
I'm just
Also, how are we going to ship material?
Yeah. Like how we. Yeah.
What, we going to go over there and go, well,
'Cause we're
oxygen, okay, there's perfect gravity. All right.
we're gonna do a circle around it,
Problem.
guys.
There is not a Home Depot
yeah.
You
or
ever seen The
Lowe's
Martian?
or electricity.
You ever seen The Martian? We're just gonna use their own shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Look, some of this is just for the conversation. I'm not trying to like make it to where it's like actual like I
Oh,
believe
do
this,
you, bro?
but it's the things that you can really kind of think about that maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
I love a good conspiracy theory. There is a
Is
bunch
it a conspiracy
of ties.
or is it like just the
I'm
unknown?
just saying in general.
It
but
would
I'm
be
saying
it
there
would
is
be a
bunch-
theory.
There is a bunch of ties to what is going on in the Bible.
Oh yeah.
And if you go through the book of Isaiah and really study it down, it's pretty crazy, like how spot on some of the things that he said in the book of Isaiah, and they quoted so many times over the whole book of the Bible. But yeah, it is nuts, dude. I don't know. I just gonna try to have a good life and make some country music.
And at the end of the day, that's all you can do is
Yeah.
focus on what you're
Yeah.
doing and not worry about anything else. And hey, if we go to Mars and people want to live on Mars, that's all for them. Like,
Yeah.
bye. You know, like I'll stay right
I live
here.
in California, so I mean, there's weird shit.
Yeah.
Bro, but dude, if these politicians and these freaking billionaires, they're all, they're gonna buy every ounce of land on Mars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So when everybody gets up there, they think it's all fun and games, and now they just
Pay rent.
actually we own everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You rent
don't
it.
see any
Yeah.
rent money.
Yeah.
But speaking of, like, when you get to Mars, like, who owns it? I guess
That's
it
what
would be
I'm saying.
that, like, who declares that, like, yeah, we own this place now.
But the thing is,
Would it
though,
be
like,
Elon?
our inherent like desire for exploration and new, right? I mean, think about it. Mars is like Oregon to us now, right? Like Oregon seemed out of reach.
Well, when we were on
150 years
horse
ago.
and carriage, yeah.
I know, but still, like when you think about
Yeah.
what was out of reach to us 200 years ago, 300 years ago, right? Like Mars is now like the thing that's, sailing across the ocean was Mars for the human race, and now that's like the thing. And I think it's just our inherent curiosity, which also is, I think, is a God-given thing.
But you know what our curiosity led to is war with
Yeah.
ourselves,
You know what
right?
You know what it did with the cat?
I mean, it literally got
Killed
the
it.
Earth destroyed. So I mean,
Yeah.
what-
So now take that philosophy and then apply it to finding new galaxies in space and time. When we open up a shit can of worms and like
I
just
got a rebuttal for you.
aliens take us over.
But I got a rebuttal for you on that one. If God is the type of like, think about a duck-billed platypus, right? Think about it, right?
What?
Think about it. It's like it makes no sense, right?
And
It lays
Jesus.
eggs. It has fur. It's got a bill of a duck,
Yeah.
right? Like that's like something like God created just to like screw with us.
Yeah.
And but it shows the creativity and I think even humor. Like sometimes we think about like God is like this big, right? Like,
I mean, wouldn't you show off, bro, if you could do that?
huh?
Wouldn't you show off?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like
You
if
know
we're
you're
made
so
in
good
His
at it.
image, don't you think that curiosity is a divine piece of our DNA? Of the
Curiosity of what?
Yeah, just life, everything about everything.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
that's why Jesus came in the form of a man to be tempted, because God, the Old Testament is very different than the New Testament. How God handled things before Jesus
Yeah, I would have failed that test.
came down as man, got tempted as man, got tempted harder than anybody did, came down and then got crucified and then rose 3 days later. All of that was for
Preach.
us being able to have that curiosity. You know what I mean? And you want to strive to be the best person that you can, but He didn't die for us to be perfect, And I think
No.
that sometimes where people get like real confused on, where Jesus would be walking the earth, you know what I mean? Like it says it in the Bible where He was and who He was healing, And so it's I think as humans, He gave us the right to think on our own, which is why you leave your parents when you become a certain age. Here,
Yeah.
go do what it is.
What's your
plan.
destined to do?
Keep
Yeah.
God center. And so He gave us the free will to choose Him.
Did
and-
you ever watch The Passion of the Christ?
Heck yeah.
There's
the
a
movies.
There's a scene there where Jesus like pulls a prank on his mom, and like laughs about it, and it's like the thing that you don't think about, right? And
Oh,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
There's a TV show that shows. What's that show? I just started
Chosen?
watching it. Chosen. Yeah. And what I like about that is it does show the human side. I had a Bible teacher in high school. So I had to take Bible class all through middle school and high school. And I remember asking, because we had to study, we studied the Bible. It was a class like it was any other class, right? 5 days a week. And so I remember going like, we're like 14, you know, we're like, you get in the truck and you say damn because you think it's cool with your buddy, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where does it say in the Bible about cuss words, right? And I would go to the Bible teacher and they explained it to me, right? Where it really doesn't, blah, blah, blah. But then they said something so funny and it was so true. It was like, Michael, also remember this, like Jesus picked the disciples and those 12 dudes were some of the baddest men on the planet, right?
Yeah.
And they walked in the desert for days and days. And you don't think somebody didn't say the F word? You know what I mean? You don't think somebody slipped up once?
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? It's
Said
like
the
you
Hebrew
can't-
word for F.
Yeah. And I laugh. I'm like, it's so true. Like you forget they were men. They were real men like
Peter
us.
was so flawed. Think
Oh,
about that.
yeah. He was one of the worst ones. And it's like you forget that. So that show Chosen's really cool because it kind of puts a
There was,
human
a real life
perspective on it,
perspective
you know what I
on it,
mean?
yeah.
Where, because if not, I think it is really easy for all of us to be like these 12 disciples and they're 15 feet
Perfection.
tall and they're perfect and they never, messed up. I think sometimes religion can make that seem that way because people don't want to know the harsh truth about Christianity, you know?
There's a
Like
part
people
in
don't
that.
want to know kind of what it really entails. They want to feel good and be called that, you
Either
know?
one, they don't want to see the reality of of both sides of it, the human side,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also the consequences side, right? Like they want to find the middle because it's
Well, nobody
it's-
wants to
it
hear,
feels good.
you know,
Hey, you're gonna
and
go to hell.
change is hard, dude. Like change is hard, but also I think people think that if you give your life to Christ, right then you're perfect. It's not that. Actually, you're going to get tempted even harder. The devil's going to be even harder on you, and you're going to have that weight on you that's that Holy Spirit feeling that you haven't felt before, and then you fall, right? But then you go and you get forgiven, and you keep getting better. You don't come to him perfect.
He doesn't come
or be perfect. You know what I mean?
It's a dog doesn't bark at a parked car thing, right? Like he doesn't come for the people and put everything in the way of the people that he doesn't care about, right? Like it's the ones he's terrified of that you get everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the hardest part is it's seeing the sun through the trees,
That was very poetic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, Bob Ross over here,
Bob
dude.
Ross seeing the sun through the trees.
Happy trees.
That's a picture right there.
Now we're Rogan podcasting, boys. Now we're Rogan podcasting.
Happy trees.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude,
There's
I
a
would
lot of
set
weird.
a tent up here. I'd set a hammock out here and just
Yeah,
sleep.
all right.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Right now, bro.
I'd
it'd be
fall
so
asleep so
perfect.
fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall asleep so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of weird things happening in
Dude, I
today's
love
world.
it's just the curiosity of
I'm very curious. Yeah, I'm very curious about a lot of different things and just like how we got to this point.
Some things I am. Some things I just lean on faith and go, well we're going to see where this one goes.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever happens.
Because you never
at
know,
this
dude.
point.
And, like, here's the deal, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like all the freaking news channels are just entertainment now,
Yeah.
So they know what to say
Yeah.
to hold said audience, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so when we were growing up, there was one massive news, what was it, 2020 or
But you really had
Some-
ABC,
whatever.
NBC, and CBS, and then you had
yeah, but like the nightly
remember
news,
Crossfire?
right? Yeah. But like the big
Crossfire.
nightly news, right? Other than that, you watched your local news because that's what you were supposed to just consume.
Yeah, you had like one main one.
You weren't
and then,
worried about what was happening in Iowa, right?
Yeah.
You weren't worried about what was happening in a place. You just worried about your area
Yeah, yeah.
and getting to work and getting back to your family and your kids getting to school, and that's what you cared
Yeah.
about. And then maybe at night you kind of turn on the night news when you're in bed to see, oh, shoot, there's fires over there. There whatever's happening, or the president's saying this,
They
or
felt far
whatever
away.
it is, But, like, you weren't meant to have all of this.
Yeah, no, I
Some
remember
shit,
when I was a kid
you know?
waking up and watching just a local news channel,
Yeah, man.
seeing what's going on in the local
Yeah.
hometown. That's what it was.
What was
you know?
her? I'm trying to think.
9/11.
Bob Opsahl and Marla Welch.
9/11 really
Yeah.
changed a lot of that.
Local
Like
news.
the national
People started,
consumption of like
It
I
just makes
remember-
everybody. It just dude. It does it to me. It does it to everybody, man. If you start watching it all the time and you really start digging in it, and then you get consumed by the fact that, like, if I turn it here, they're saying this about the same story. If I turn it here, they're saying that about the same story. Like, well, then what's the truth here, right?
Yeah,
and back in the day, our grandparents' time, our parents' time, back in the day, bro, that if you didn't write as a journalist the truth for the people, you would get your license taken away. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, too,
and now it's like now it's like people are lying, but nobody gives a shit. You know
well, yeah.
I mean?
Well, like, is the thing is like by
cares.
the time it gets to us, how many times has that story changed or been amplified?
Well, dude, like since being on this like whole health journey and mental health and everything, man, like one of the things I was like studied hard was food, right? And Brady's helped me a bunch with that, but I've really studied different things. And when you look at a photo of our grandparents on the beach, very different than right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at what they ate, night and day different. If you look at the diseases that we have now, all the type of cancers, you look at the children with autism, you look at all this stuff going on. This isn't progression, right? This is degression. We're declining here.
All of the
this
technology
isn't good.
we have,
but
and we're
why
unhealthy.
is that? Oh, that's right, because you were told by the people you were supposed to trust, because there was no internet back then. You know, so it's not like you had all of this information or this chat GPT. You can look stuff up. You're going, this guy's elected, this girl's elected, whatever. This is the doctor, whoever. So you're saying, hey, eat Fruit Loops. Don't eat real fruit. Don't eat eggs. High cholesterol is going to be bad for you. Don't eat red meat. That's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And come to find out,
Literally
all of that was a lie.
Yeah.
They've admitted this now.
Yeah.
So, and then you look and you go, oh, well, no wonder why progressively we have declined with intelligence, with growth. You know what I mean? With like all of it. And you look back at food, man, like our ancestors with fasting. Like I started fasting, like all this stuff with fasting. And you go back to our ancestors, like when you had to hunt your meals, there's no way these fools were eating 3-4 times a day.
Yeah, the whole thing, like eat 3 times a day, was just something
came to keep you. Yep.
It's all a game. It's all a game that
comfort kills, and every time your life gets a little more comfortable, it's never going to go back.
Yeah.
But where do you always want to go back to? You have
Comfort.
I have a Raptor R. You know what I would trade it for? A sick ass square body. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
right now. You know,
100%.
like.
But honestly though, a nice one of those that's like in pristine condition costs as much as that Raptor R now.
We'd have to even trade.
Yeah, it'd be an even trade right down the middle.
But you know what I mean? It's like
I know what you mean.
Comfort of it. It's you know when you're not gardening, when grocery stores started coming in, when they started screwing the farmer, you know, and going against them and buying the land and speeding up the process of how food gets made, you know, like
just to make a dollar,
just to make a little dollar, man. And then all of that goes back to the pharmaceutical companies, which is what I think is the reason why they push all of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, thank God, we got the technology to where people are looking into psychedelic treatments where they're, you know, I
was literally just listening about
Rogan,
that today.
Rogan was talking about it to Trump, and that's freaking massive. 80% addiction gone. 80% first time.
It's literally rewiring people's
It's
brains.
rewiring guys' brains. It's saving lives. It's healing depression. It's healing so many addiction. It's healing. I mean, it's a miracle drug. There's no reason why we don't have it here except because
pharmaceuticals.
you don't have to go to pharmaceuticals, right?
Yeah.
Mushroom journeys, you know, and how that helps. Ayahuasca, those type of natural things that God put on this earth that are spoken about in the Bible. They banned, but yeah, we can take these things we can literally watch a loved one go from a stand-up human starting taking these oxys or these pain pills after a surgery, and next thing you know, they were a whole different person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's so cool to be a part of the generation that's wising up to that and really seeing it, you know, for what it was, but also it kind of makes you go, was my whole childhood a lie? I believe even what was in the history books 100%? Like, is it only 90? I don't know. Like,
I mean, in a way, we were lied to. We were lied to in a lot of different aspects of life. And a lot of things we were taught are not useful in today's world, like, at all.
Well, yeah, like, especially...
like my Spanish.
Yeah, like
that might be more useful now.
That could possibly be useful in some ways.
I didn't take it as serious as I should have.
You're from Florida.
Yeah.
But like, no, like,
you haven't creeped up to Orlando yet.
You know, about 16, I was like, I'm moving to Nashville.
Yeah.
Just get me out of this school.
100%.
How do I pass this Spanish class? And then I get older, and I'm like, my buddy showed up this one time, and he could speak Spanish. The girl's like, "Oh my god, you speak Spanish?" I was like, hey, should have learned Spanish.
Vote on that one.
Yeah, I'm like, cerveza.
See.
Oh, look at that rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at the bunny.
Little rabbit.
Bro, I tell everybody, dude, and I was raised obviously in the country, and there's just something peaceful. That's why I love to hunt. That's why I love you just really feel God out there in the moment, and it's just the whole hunt is just being in the woods is great.
Got a lot out there.
I couldn't imagine. Like, there's nothing better than this right here. It's just quiet in the woods.
Like the wind is blowing,
Wind's
you
blowing
can hear
through
the trees.
Paul's freaking out a little bit, but
yeah.
it's funny for us.
Paul thinks Bigfoot's lurking
Paul
in the
thinks
background.
Bigfoot's about to give him a hickey on his
Do
neck.
you know how rich I'd be if Bigfoot gave me a hickey?
I'm telling you right.
I would let Bigfoot give me a hickey.
Yeah,
Just videotape it.
I let Brady's wrestling ass get on him real quick.
Brady
While I go get one of them guns I got in my room.
I'm
Hold him down,
if
B.
Bigfoot came back, you probably would see Brady just contemplate, like, do I want to like spear this motherfucker or not?
Bro,
Yes.
it would be wild, dude. I think about that sometimes, like with in those canals I was telling y'all about in Florida. It's like sometimes, like especially if you're going by yourself, and there's not boats. Like it's not like on a holiday or a nice day or whatever. It's just you creeping through at night. You can't really see anything. You got the little, the little light on the bow of the
Little
boat.
4-foot light.
Yeah, and dude, you're just like, there's gonna be a T-Rex that pops out.
There's gonna be something.
Yeah, there's gonna be something that walks out right
some
here.
kind of wild
It's the
thing.
most like peaceful but kind of eerie, like
Or some like
spot
creature standing on the bank
Yeah,
that's like growling at you. Like, what the hell is that?
Chupacabra?
bro, did I ever tell y'all when me and my cousin Lee got shot at while we were gator hunting?
No.
No.
Bro, we were gator hunting. It was on that trip where I was telling you we saw those babies, but we didn't see. We got skunked.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
nights. It was when they got me drunk and
Yeah.
I called Ric Flair at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
We go out, dude, and they're on this Russ like little went down this little canal type thing down to this little like pond. It was all connected, but there's houses like a cul-de-sac, like a little roundabout of the lake,
Yeah.
And so it's nighttime. We're not shining on these people's houses. We're shining on the water. Well, it was nighttime. It was like 1 a.m. or whatever. And so we're going around and we just hear, "Stop shining that effing light in our house." And we're like, "Oh, sorry," thing like, or maybe we might have, it was 3 of us. Maybe somebody did, but we're like, "Let's shine a light." And she just kept screaming, and she freaking is hollering at us, and we're going slow. My cousin Lee stays calm in every scenario. Like, you've never seen a guy like it, ever. Like, you'll never see him. He ain't going to raise his voice. He's just going to be like this, the whole time. So he's all calm, driving, which kind of gives me fake confidence, But he's a big old boy, and we got JJ, so I'm like, Lee's calm and talking. So I'm like, I'm just going to ignore this lady, because I'm like, if 3 guys pull up, you know what I mean? Like, pull around, like, shit, So my back's turned to him. And Lee's going slow. JJ's still shining for gators, and the lady's just dog cussing us, dude. And Lee's like, "Man, we have full right to be here. We all have licenses. We've already talked to the game warden. We've talked to all of, like, we're okay to be here. This is public lake." And she goes nuts. And then she goes in her house, and Lee's like, "That's over with." We kind of laugh, and we keep shining. This lady shows back up, bro. We're coming right by her house slow, and she's standing there, and this is like moo, dude. And she goes, and I go, and I just hear Lee go, "Did you really bring a gun?" And I kind of look over my shoulder, and she has a pistol, and I'm like, "Oh my God." But my back's turned, so I'm like, they got it. I'm not going to turn, And she's like, "Stop shining light, whatever." She's yelling, and Lee's just calm talking. He's like, "Ma'am, we could be here, but if you need to put that gun away, ma'am, or, we're going to call, we know all the cops here.
Yeah.
We know everybody here, like, they'll be here pretty quick." And my back's turning, all I hear is pow. She freaking fires it off, bro. And my cousin Lee's like, "Are you effing kidding me?" So Lee's on the phone with the cops. She goes running, and she goes like walking into the house. We pull off. I started checking myself, because first thing I thought of was like, they say like energy.
You don't feel it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this bitch hit me.
Is there any holes in me?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know if she fired it in the air or fired it to the ground, but it was dark, so I couldn't see what type of gun it was. It looked like a revolver, but yeah, dude, we got shot. We got shot at around.
Shout out around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Trying to
fine.
get some.
What if she'd have killed the gator the only gator that you could have seen?
We would have got it by the boat, dude. I would have got it on the way out.
That would have been such
That'd
an
been,
asshole.
that'd
move
been
by her.
great because we spent 3 nights hunting gators. Didn't.
Not one gator.
That's
We didn't get one. Bro, I love the hunt. That's my favorite part. I'm waiting for these taxidermists to come in. They should have been in a few months ago, but I gotta call my guy.
What's your dream hunt?
Probably elk. Moose would be awesome. But my dream hunt right now is an elk.
You never shot an elk?
Mm-hmm. No, but I've been
we got
talking with my
the
buddy
hookup for you.
Alex. I've been talking to my buddy Alex in Colorado where we shoot the antelope.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to get on a big muley out there. I
I already told you I got the hookup for you.
for elk.
With
Yeah,
elk,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was talking about mule deer. And then I'm going out with my boy Chad Mendez with Fins and Feathers to shoot blacktail and then to do mule deer
Nice.
this year. But yeah, elk would be sick. Moose would be just freaking awesome.
Yeah, that
I
would
wanted
be
to do
sick.
buffalo too. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of rain driplets.
It's okay, boys. We ain't sugar.
No, but the electronics are.
Electronics are. They don't like it.
But we'll see if it gets a little worse.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Yeah. Right now we might semi-okay.
I think we'll be good.
I didn't even know it was
crazy
going to
times,
rain.
boys. But yo, have y'all seen what show was the freaking show? Drayton and I were watching it. Paradise.
No, but you told
Watched
me
the
about
first
it.
episode of it.
How could you stop?
You
didn't go to the
did
second
you see
episode?
the Rugrats that ran in your house a couple hours ago? That's
Bro.
about how I've not been able to watch
I
it
was so
anymore.
hooked on that show. I would have probably locked him in a room,
I go to Texas next
Have you
week.
finished it?
bro.
I go to Texas next week and Florida the week after, and I'm downloading it and watching them on the plane.
You have to,
Yeah, oh, for sure.
bro. But here's the crazy part. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody listening or you two guys. But when you watch this show, it gets so real with kind of what in a way is happening now, and it will freak you out, dude.
Really?
It's supposedly the next season.
Good actors.
Can't
in
say
it, too.
anything. No, the show is phenomenal, dude. The acting is great. The storyline is great. The writing's awesome. Like, all of it's badass. And they keep you just, like, it's one of those shows, the first couple episodes you got to watch and really pay attention to.
Right.
Kind of get the layout of it, you know? But it just keeps you on your toes the whole time. Like, the whole episode, there's like 2 or 3 moments where you're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that show out. I've been meaning to.
But it's but it's a little scary.
Like scary as in just real life
just like
scary.
in some of ways, yeah, where there is definitely you can put together.
You
a
can
couple
draw
things.
parallel.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. What
Yep.
cigar you smoking over there, Pauly D?
Tabac.
A what? Tabac?
The Tabac Especial Dolce.
Tabac
Tabac.
with a T.
Tabak.
They're pretty good.
Is that what you have too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Boys, might need to take a hiatus and put the shit inside.
I don't really feel a lot right now. Oh, she coming.
Yeah.
She coming in strong. Who do you got for tomorrow? WrestleMania.
What is the main event tomorrow? So Reigns and CM Punk. Reigns goes over in that one.
You would think they'll do the right thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oba, not Uba, like I was saying.
Oba. Yeah.
I like fought for it too.
Yeah.
Oba is the dude's name. I find Brock Lesnar. I think that's going to be probably the best match.
That-
of the night.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And they almost have to put him over Lesnar tomorrow.
Yeah. There's
Because-
too much heat on this dude.
Well, Oba's so believable. Like he's
Yeah.
he's legit. You believe exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
As soon as he opens his mouth, and it's just the way he carries himself. He's a major star in the making, and I just don't see good business in him going under Lesnar at all.
Yeah, no. But after watching night one,
Yeah, you never know.
you never know.
You never
boys.
know. I didn't see good business in Cody going over
No.
Randy either, but who am I to judge that? But
It was so fun. trying to think, is there anything else? I don't think it's raining right now. I mean, it's
No, I don't feel anything now. I feel a few drops, but it's nothing bad.
Kind of in the light.
It ain't bad. But I think night 2 will be.
They got to have something lined up.
I think night 2. I don't know if that's gonna work, Paul.
I'm gonna let you know, man. Them paper towels
The
cheap.
paper towels are.
I'm just worried about like
there's a thing.
It's not raining hard enough to worry about it, but enough.
But when we start seeing it, we did the guinea pig. Good job, Paul. That's Boy Scouting right there, dude. Because now if we see that start getting wet, then we know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Were you in Girl Scouts or Boy?
Protected by my ass.
Were you in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts?
Sorry. That was a stupid question.
That was a legit question.
Well,
That was very stupid.
it's kind of dumb that you won't answer. Honestly, kind of says a lot.
You shouldn't have asked that.
Girl.
Don't start with me, lady.
Boy Scout. Did you do Boy Scouts?
No.
Did you?
I did for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, you did 4-H?
Yeah.
I did 4-H
All
as
my
well,
cousins did 4-H.
Yeah, I did 4-H.
I don't know if I did as a little kid or not. I don't think I did. I did Boy
Would've
Scouts.
pegged you for FFA.
Like Cub Scouts.
Oh, well.
I didn't make it to Boy Scouts. Got a little tussle.
I actually might have did Cub Scouts too. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I know I did 4-H and.
It was a big commitment for a kid. I just wanted that little knife thing that could make a flat.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what they would give you.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
Dude,
yeah.
we would all get sent to the cafeteria
Yeah.
for this dude to show up in a vest and a brown, looking like, what's his name, old crocodile hunter, brown shirt and pants with a red bandana and a vest full of patches.
Yeah.
Proud as hell.
Yeah.
He come out there full of kids, full of elementary and middle school kids, and tell us that if we signed up for Cub Scouts, we would get a fire starter.
Yeah.
A full blown, where you scrape the
flint and
the
steel.
flint off, and then and the steel, and then he would demonstrate, so we would know that he isn't, pulling our leg. We know this guy's real. He's talking real. I'm like, I'll go a couple meetings for that.
100%.
Next thing you know, I'm building campfires. I'm like, bro, I've been building fires since I was a little kid, dude.
Yeah.
Cub Scouts started at 3 in my family.
Yeah. It's like a staple of life.
Fires.
Wait, what'd you say, Paul?
Only you can prevent forest fires.
That's a lot of responsibility on me.
I
I did hear that.
Yeah, that's a rabbit. That's that rabbit.
That's that Bigfoot running around right there.
Wait, that's the most light-footed Bigfoot I've ever heard in my life.
They say
They're very nimble.
Oh, he's just scurrying through.
They're
the
very
woods
nimble and quick.
What if
Don't
he's
you know?
They're
just
rubbing his toes on there, just trying to make you think it's a rabbit. And he's just
Michael, why do you think they've been undiscovered for so long? They're very silent.
because
when they
they're
run.
16 foot tall,
What if
quick.
but what if they are discovered and they just don't want us to know?
Who discovered it? Because like everybody who discovers is going to run their
They
mouth.
thought us- they
That's
thought
what I
us-
was saying about the space
They
shuttle.
thought a coelacanth.
Space shuttle.
They-
Space shuttle.
They thought the coelacanth was, extinct. For
What
like
it-
100
the what?
years. See,
I don't know what the hell you just said.
I don't know what that is.
what a coelacanth is.
Coelacanth?
Yeah.
What is that?
No, but I know that if you say you can't, then you can.
Then you can't. But if you see, you can't.
But if you say you can't,
Apparently,
you
it's
also
real.
can't.
So what is it? What is it?
Historic fish that they thought was extinct in the fossil record.
All right. Well, then what about Megalodon?
How about Uranus not being a planet, dude?
That's
What a-
crazy.
What a
yeah.
waste of years that was for us.
Yeah.
I mean, well, never mind. Not going down that road.
Yeah, you don't
want
wanna go down
the
the road.
Megalodon road that he started going down. Do I think Megalodon is real?
Yeah.
Probably not. But I do think that there's probably hybrid great whites that have like maybe more of that DNA.
Bro, I
in
do
there that
think
are
there's some.
I think there are massive sharks that
That we don't
you
know
don't
of.
know about.
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean, think about the great whites. They don't even know where they've never seen a great white like give birth, right? They don't even know where they mate. They've never seen a great white mate. They've
They're
never seen
private, dude. That's called respect.
Yeah.
I don't want
They're
to see
private.
a birthing. You want to see a great white give birth?
Do you want to see a mate?
Maybe.
Once.
Actually, now that you mention
actually,
it.
there are
you
some-
talked about it. No,
there
I
are-
didn't know. I never crossed my mind.
but-
Can you search that?
Think about it, though. There's like all these shark species that they've seen, and then you see some of these females show up with bite marks, and you're like, "What the f got a hold of that?" It's like,
Well,
things
you
in
think
their
they're
head.
kinky?
Well, apparently the males like will bite to hold on to the females. It's normal.
Well, they don't have any feet for grip and grounding. I get that they're in the middle of the water.
Yeah, but like some of them show up with marks and like the bite radius doesn't make sense.
Oh, like Big Bubbo came in.
Yeah, like
Big boy came in.
You know, like when they found deep blue, like what 8-10 years ago, they had no idea that a great white was that big, and just popped out of the blue. Bam, 22
Oh, bro.
feet
Well, there's
long.
part of the ocean we'll never know.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if you want to know.
We'll never see. No, I don't. That's what I was saying about the whole guy.
We know more about the surface of the moon.
Let's
than
go.
That's
see,
what I'm saying. They know more about.
Through
They
the
know
lens of
more
a
about
cannon
space
that
than
hasn't
the
changed
ocean.
since '62.
Yeah, like they say they know more about space than we do.
Yeah,
the
bro.
ocean.
There's creatures, bro.
Because of the pressure. The pressure is why it's a lot harder to go. It's easier to go to space than it is to go to the bottom.
Yeah,
because of the
those
pressure.
poor guys in that submarine.
that
found
submachine.
out.
Yeah,
No,
that
you probably
submarine.
should
Bro, I'm
use
telling
the
you right now.
PlayStation
I'm-
controller to drive
I'm
it.
telling you right
Yeah.
now. One would have never done it. Would have never even.
Absolutely.
Never,
My anxiety would not allow me to get in that
no,
tin can
no.
box.
But if let's just say that you sold it to me on a beautiful little sheet of paper, and I looked at it, and it was a big submarine that had a bar in it and a restaurant. We were just gonna cruise down and look through, and it was all perfect and professionally done. And you got me to there, and I looked at that, and I said, "That is not what the hell was on the pamphlet."
Yeah,
You, Brady Booker, Billy Gunn.
yeah,
None of y'all could have made me go in that freaking thing.
yeah.
The tin can.
Not,
It was literally.
I was
a
like,
tin
bro,
can.
why would you get in that?
Yeah.
And then this dude's over there with an Xbox controller. No, we good. AA, X down, RL, RL. Like,
It's called a Christ there.
bro, you can't. Like, the pressure of the sea
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
is going to squash that. I mean, they had. Luckily, they suffered. I think that thing just went.
Yeah, it just
it
like,
just
it's
disintegrated.
Instagram.
You know what I mean?
Instagon.
So sad, but like,
yeah, that's
yeah, bro, I'm
crazy.
claustrophobic, dude. I can't be doing that.
Nah, I
No,
can't
there's
even.
Some things I will never do.
I did go into a submarine once, not obviously underwater, but when we were doing that TV show with the military, and it is tight, dude.
Nuclear submarines, yeah.
Tight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've been on a submarine before too. Did like a submarine tour.
yeah.
Yeah, they ain't no
Couldn't
way.
do it. Could
Even
not.
those Navy ships, dude.
Yeah,
Like how they sleep, you know what I mean, and how they're just. I mean, they're literally just there to take a quick nap, you know, when they can, and then they're back. You know, if they're out.
You have no sense of time.
You have no sense of time out there, bro. And also, dude, like you're on that boat, and I mean,
There's nobody coming to save you.
walking, running, you know what I mean? Like they're in the middle of the ocean. Like there ain't no firm ground there.
yeah.
Well, again, no one's coming to save you either. Like if something happens and you end up at the bottom of the ocean, you are pretty much gone.
Yeah. Unless you're like Michael Phelps or something.
No, you're pretty gone.
He's 13 time, I think.
What's that?
Olympic
2000,
winner?
last I checked, Michael Phelps wasn't in 2,000 feet of water.
No. But there was one time back in the day they made him race a shark. Do y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, on Shark Week, it was the dumbest thing you ever.
So
seen.
dumb. I was so
Yeah,
stoked
oh
for
my
that.
God.
I was a kid. I was like, oh, this is sick.
No.
He's going to race a shark. They did. I was like, what?
Dude, they had Shaq host Shark Week. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Shaq.
Shaq's awesome, though.
They had The Rock host Shark Week. Jason Momoa. Okay, bet.
Well, he's Aquaman. I get down
Yeah,
with
that
that.
one-
I get
that
down with that.
Dude, I look forward to Shark Week every year, though.
I used to, but I've gotten out of it now. But I used to really look forward to Shark Week. I don't really know why, but yeah, I mean, it's still a cool thing to watch, and that's honestly why I got on the Megalodon thing, because I've thought about that and how many times when it's Shark Week they talk about finding Megalodon.
Well, did you see the there was a shark, I think it was a salmon shark or something, I don't remember. 9-10 foot shark. They tagged it, went down, and then all of a sudden
Yeah, it disappeared
it
or
just-
something.
Yeah, but the tag, the water was cold, and then it warmed up.
Yeah,
which
meaning
means
something
that
swallowed it whole.
Had to be consumed, right?
I remember exactly
You know
what you're
how
talking
big
about.
That whatever did that. How
Yeah.
big that GD thing had to. Now maybe it could have been a big ass whale. I mean,
It could have been a
maybe
whale shark or something.
No, sperm whale would have been. I mean,
Yeah.
you got a 60-foot sperm whale could eat a 10-foot shark. But I mean, I don't think there's any really documented aspects of a sperm whale eating a shark.
Yeah,
Maybe they do. We just don't know. But you you see a lot of sharks eating sharks, right? Like bigger sharks will eat smaller sharks.
Yeah.
So that was the piece to the puzzle that it could have been maybe it could have been a killer whale. You got killer whales that get up to 30 feet long. I mean, that's a big.
Where was this at? Do you remember?
I think it was off South Africa.
But see, that's the thing, especially like off the coast of Australia too. There's like monster great whites off the coast.
The real big ones are finding is in Mexico.
And you see, that's scary. That's too close. That's too close to home. Hawaii, yeah.
Because they all go to Hawaii apparently, like when they're pregnant, and they feed on like the whales that go there. So you get dead whales.
Bro,
that,
off the coast of Australia, they feed the great whites like cows and shit like that.
Bro,
they dump cows out.
Go cage diving.
So I would do that.
Yeah, cage diving would be fun.
Where you're in that cage, right? That's what.
Yeah, you definitely be in the cage. I ain't going out of that much.
I'll be in that cage.
Yeah.
I've always said I would do that. That would be cool.
Not in like San Francisco. I need to be in like the clear water though. Like I want to at least see them coming. These crazy people that want to go like night diving with white sharks at the bottom of the, they're like, oh, we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. And I'm like, what the is wrong?
I just want to see one on the water. I don't need to go that far down.
I just want to see one.
Yeah.
It's like I've been obsessed with great white sharks like my whole life, so to see one would be cool as hell.
But I also don't know though. I was watching this one. It was I can't remember what the name of the movie was, but it was a shark movie, and they lowered the cage down in it, and the whole plot of the movie was
called Deep Blue.
Yeah, something like that, and the cage like chain snap, and it like sunk to the bottom. I was like, oh fuck that.
I want to do the one that is like tied to the boat.
Yeah, that'll be
good with that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I
Paul's
want.
like, man, honestly, dude, I just want to be able to put a mask on and put my head over.
Let me stay on the boat and just put my face down in the water.
To the water. Check it out. Oh, hey, there he is.
That might be the worst decision to put your face.
Bro, what if you
water.
put your face in the water and the first thing you saw was big jaws opening up in front of your face?
An eye, just two eyes or a nose looking at you. That'd be scary shit, dude.
Dude, that would be my worst fear. Like, even just being attacked by a regular shark would be bad, but just a great white, though, like, I know they probably kill you a lot faster, but I don't care.
The thing is that, like, a lot of people survive usually.
Yeah, because they just take a bite. It's not like an alligator. Alligator will grab you and then pull you down and death roll you. And
gators don't usually. Crocodiles are way more dangerous.
Well,
than gators.
Crocodiles will chase you. Gators, what are you talking about, bro? If you get a pissed off gator to get on your ass, or a hungry gator, he's going to bite you, take you down to the bottom of the water, drown you, death roll you down there where your body's so you're drowned and beat, and he's chomping at you as he's doing it, and then your body's done, and then he eats you.
But that also goes to show you how smart these creatures are, that they know they can drown you.
Yeah.
Think about that. How did they learn that?
Because they I don't know. Instinct.
Instinct, yeah.
But I mean, dude, like, I don't know.
I do think about that as like people though. Like, what was the first? Like who was the first? Like, who was the first to look at a cow and go,
"That looks.
I'll drink that."
Yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's cook it.
Yeah.
Let's fry it up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no.
Like, who looked at a jalapeno randomly growing?
But like,
we should put that on something. Obviously, the Spanish probably.
Yeah.
Well, Dusty Slay has this great skit of comedy where he's like, "Who's the first person to think
Yeah, dude.
to look at a cow like we could drink cow's
he's
milk?"
like, I just like to picture a guy that said, "I'll do it," and he goes around, not do the dog. What did he say about the dog? Don't.
He's like, "Dog, no, you don't want that.
No.
Goat, okay,
Goat's good.
Goat's good.
I like
but
goat
cow
milk. I
milk,
do
yeah,
goat
that's
milk
where
now.
it's at."
Bro, like,
Goat milk. That's what I've been doing lately.
I'm still waiting for someone to see like a manatee and be like, "Yeah, that's supple."
That's
It's
what?
called a sea cow. It's got to be good, right?
A manatee.
Yeah.
Bro, they're so endangered. You can't even. He was joking, by the way.
But it's got to be supple.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, it's called a sea cow. I mean, what if it's like the Wagyu of the ocean? We're just missing out on it because people.
So you just want to go murk a bunch of innocent
I'm just asking, like, what if it's like
blimps
what if
of
it's
the
like
water?
The Wagyu of the ocean? We
blimps
can't
of the
have any.
sea?
We
Dude,
can't have any because people
you can
don't
walk up and pet this thing, bro.
Maybe we are deprived on some amazing things because you just can't go through a no wake zone with no wake.
I mean, I mean, I see what you're saying, but like, even in the wild, like you can just swim up next to them and pet them.
Oh, dude. So I was in.
We used to do that in the spring.
I was in the Keys a couple years ago, and so Liz is terrified of water, terrified, and I'm a
Can't
fish.
she swim?
Not really. So we were. You ever been to the Keys? So you know, like on the
A
side.
lot.
Yeah, you see this. You know, you go on the side of the road, you can like get in the water and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like right there off of somewhere between Marathon and Key West, and just stop over. I was like, oh, let's get in the water. It was really clear, you know, and so she's got her face in the water, right? Like barely, just a
See?
little face, but like
Not
this.
dumb after all.
And I'm over here just like, and I'm snorkeling, right? And there's like these little tarpon that are just swimming all around. It's like, oh, this is cool, right? Next thing you know, she just bolts out the water. And I'm like, that's odd. And I turn around and I just see mass in front of me.
Whoa.
And that scares you. Ever like, I don't know if you've ever seen something like that in the water, but like you ever turn around and just see mass in front of you,
Mass?
like body mass. All I saw was brown.
Oh.
And I didn't know what the F it was. And I'm just this and get out because I didn't know what it was. And I mean, you're in the Keys. I mean, there's bull sharks and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of bullshit.
scares the shit out of me. Jump out, turn around as a manatee.
Oh, really?
Did you scream?
No, didn't scream. I just was like, what
You
the?
didn't? Not even a little.
No, but it just shows me, like, she dipped. She's like, bye.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, she's like,
No heads
yeah.
up, no
yeah.
nothing. Not,
You
not,
fended for yourself.
not like get out. No, just bet. Just
No.
dips.
Yeah, death to us part actually means when you die, they're parting.
Yeah. Dipped.
In a situation like that, she's going to part, you're going to die.
Dude, I will tell you, though, it was scary. I mean, it was a big manatee. I mean, but it was scary because you didn't know what it was. And
Yeah,
they
right
get
off the
huge,
bat.
dude. People don't realize till they see them in person how big they are. They get big. I mean, when you swim next to them, dude,
they
they're
are gentle,
huge.
though.
Yeah, they're
Very
gentle giants. You're over here wanting to
Just
just
comparing it
murk
to
a bunch of
fucking
manatees over here, dude.
bull shark.
You can farm it
Farm to table.
like cow. Farm to table manatee. JoJo starts selling it out there.
JoJo's farm.
You got a manatee out here, JoJo?
Michael's over here acting like he wouldn't try it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, probably.
Dude, they eat,
I would try
they
it, I
eat like
guess.
whale and dolphin in like the Faroe Islands and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
you ever seen like
Yeah.
that man versus food kind of stuff where, or,
Mm.
you know, dude, there's some crazy shit.
Well,
people
dude,
eat.
the Nelk boys just had what's the name? He's one of the Russian fighters. I can't ever pronounce their names. Anyway, and like horse is a delicacy to them, and he was talking about it on the Nelk Boys podcast, like horse. And he's like, no, it's good, Like you come
I've
here,
heard that.
we cook it. It's very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Like, he was like, he was talking about it like it was a ribeye.
Yeah. I've actually heard that. I thought it was all obviously weird, but I have heard that before.
Well, because I think Americans, there's other countries, Australia, I've been, people have dogs that they, treat like Americans treat their animals. And Europe, I think, does the same. But I think, like, I don't know, maybe it's just like, maybe it's just a Western or whatever. But, like, those countries, they're not pets.
Yeah.
Like, they don't
It's-
look
we
at
don't-
them.
yeah.
They weren't raised to look at them the way we look at
Yeah,
our
yeah.
dog. Dogs
Yeah.
are our best friends. Cats.
Dogs, man's best friend.
Animal, birds. People can get attached to any animal
We've
that's
pretty
a
much
pet.
made anything a pet. Now.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, anything's a pet. Yeah, this is my emotional support ostrich.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, and you get emotionally attached, especially a dog. A cat. I feel like those are two big ones. But like, they already burn out. Look at that, bro. There ain't no way you didn't go to at least.
I was about
One
to say
Girl
that's
Scout.
Boy Scouts
One
of
Girl Scout
America
movie.
right there. Man, right. Oh, Boy Scout Paul over here.
I know how to make a fire go.
Go out.
Vanguard.
Yeah. You're slowly getting yours.
You're getting there.
If you can bring us your Boy Scout patch, and if you're missing one like the little boy from Up, I will get a patch that says Fire Maker. And we'll pin it on you. We'll have a ceremony.
I love how everyone just got quiet.
Yeah, well, sorry guys, we're watching this magnificent.
No, I was waiting for him
Work
to
of art
answer the
happening
question.
here.
You gotta bring your Boy Scout vest. Those coals right there, man, if you had
Those bad boys are hot.
Bro, you put a steak above that and do some.
Yeah.
You got any?
Yeah, hell yeah, I always got meat.
Can you imagine just throwing like a slab in
I got meat I killed, buddy.
Yeah, there's a whole freezer in there just full of.
Just go slap some meat on it.
That's what. Yeah.
What was that cowboy
Bro, yeah, cowboy steak.
cowboy style?
Bro, you imagine just throwing a slab of meat on that right now? That might be a little frozen. Flip it, give it 10 minutes. You get nice and charred on the outside and medium rare on the inside. Oh, my God.
You like your steaks burnt on the outside?
No, I mean, I just think it would be a unique flavor.
Oh, yeah.
How many people have you ever seen somebody like take like a frozen steak and put it on fire? Because I haven't. I mean, what would happen?
A frozen steak and put it
Yeah,
out?
I wonder what would happen.
I mean, it's probably, I don't know.
I feel like it would cook awkward.
It could be really good or really shit.
I mean, I could experiment. I can get a cheap steak tomorrow, freeze the hell out of it, and
Yeah, throw it
throw it on the grill, see what happens. Watch it be the
best steak you ever
what if this
tasted.
changes America?
Changes your life.
This
Hey, you
ends
could- you
the
could-
wars overseas. It
Yeah.
gets so
Maybe it
good.
does.
People go, Trump calls me, Mike, you got to come to the White House, dude. And I
You make it
and I
into a
go
Big
there.
Mac?
I go there. I go there, and it's him and people of Iran. They go.
People of Iran.
He goes.
You just created world peace.
Yeah. He goes, buddy.
Does Iran even have cows?
We think we found what will bring us together.
Yeah.
That's you.
Taste this.
Yeah.
That was oil. It's gonna be this.
Yeah. And then they eat that steak, and the people of Iran, and they cry and they hug. And it ends world. It
Yeah.
ends the war in the Middle East. Honestly,
I think you're onto something there.
I
Let's
don't know.
try it out.
Michael
We
Ray,
don't know because we've never done it.
Michael Ray 2028.
Yeah, next thing you know, it's me and JD, dude.
Yeah. Vice president over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I
No.
was not built to be a politician.
No.
No, I absolutely could not. Could
I was
not.
born in the wrong family to have the genetics to be a politician.
Me and you both.
Yeah, that's just not. It wasn't even in the gene pool.
The campaign would be fun though.
I hear stories about like my grandpa and his brothers and my dad and his brothers and cousins and my grandpa's cousins and my great grandpa and all his brothers, and I'm like, oh, so this is just us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
So I grew up in a
like, I'm
episode
trying
of-
over here to heal generational trauma, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, there's some things I go to, and I'm like, guys, I just think that's who we are.
Yeah. My childhood was like an episode of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, I just think odds are we're probably going to wrestle you.
Yeah.
Just seem to be a generational thing, you know.
Might be the better course of action.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know, boys.
That's the beauty of it.
It's
The
beauty.
not knowing.
Yeah,
Would you like to launch your presidential campaign live right now on Offstage America?
negative. I don't even want that as a joke out there.
You get at least 3 votes.
At least 3.
At least 3.
At least. I don't think that's enough to win, but you
No.
know,
You could at least say
Probably
you got
not.
voted for president.
Very true, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
that is a cool thing to say.
Bro, what if here's how
You ever
weird.
voted for yourself?
Here's how
As a
no,
write-in? I have.
no. No, I
And
take
I
my
didn't know
voting
who
rights
was-
seriously, bro. I'm not just.
I didn't know who it
Typing
was.
in
So I just
Mickey
put my
Mouse,
name in
dude.
there. I was like, well, if I don't know who this is, I
But
gotta
here's
be
the
voting
thing.
for
Here's
them.
what's crazy about this time of life, right? All it takes is for some reason, because my real last name's Roach, right? All it takes is for some high school kid to think, or some 18-year-old kid to think that that's funny, and then they make and then it becomes popular, and then people start voting for me, and they say, I'm actually have a shot at running and making
Oh
president.
yeah.
Out of
President
just popularity,
This
President
podcast would be way more lit.
President
We're doing it
Roach.
from the
I would
soul.
back out immediately.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
done.
you wouldn't.
Yeah.
If you had a chance, you wouldn't. Nah, if you
To
thought
be
you could,
president, never,
you
not a
wouldn't.
date, not a
no,
chance.
no
bro.
chance you're backing out of that.
No, to be president,
Yeah,
dude.
no
I would back out.
I'll
of
tell you
that,
what I would
too.
do. I would go, hey man, listen, why don't you find somebody for the job? I'll step away. I just want to shadow him for a week just to see what it would have been like.
Forget that. I want that power. I want to know the.
I don't want
I
that
definitely
power.
wouldn't want to be president.
I don't want to know.
I
I don't want to be the dude meeting with these people. Because here's the deal, man. Like no matter what side you're on, doesn't matter. You're going to piss off a lot of people no matter what.
Yeah.
And you're make another half happy no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's on both sides.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And then now people are just crazy. Crazy.
Absolute lunatics.
I'm cool. I'm cool chilling in the woods. Once in a while, yelling at my TV about the news going on.
Yeah, 100%.
And I go into the gym.
We'll get on one every once in a while, but then we carry about life as normal.
You still don't want to have you still don't want to know the things.
Not really, because
I would do this.
Hey, so here's the thing. Sometimes not knowing is a lot better than knowing.
I want to know.
No.
Sometimes not knowing is a lot better.
No, you want to know why? You want to know why you don't want to know? Because in 10 years, when they're looking back and they go, we got to murk that one guy. Who was at that meeting? Oh, yeah, that
we
Paul
got to get
fella.
rid of him.
He was there. And then they go, do you know about this? And you go, well, yeah. And then they go, pff.
You
know what they do? They look, they go, well, I know who wasn't there. Michael.
Oh, no, see.
He was playing a nice acoustic number in the greeting lounge.
Oh, you wouldn't play my inauguration?
Huh?
You wouldn't play my inauguration?
Yeah, I would play your inauguration.
See, here's the thing. I would make sure that if I go down, I'm going down with other people, because I'd be like, yeah, they're all out in this meeting. You wouldn't even know what happened.
Ain't no way. That's evil, bro. There's no.
I probably could. But I would draw the line. I could do mayor, but
I wouldn't want to be mayor. That's just just hassle. It's basically a glorified babysitter.
Just all or nothing with Paul. Paul's like, listen, either I'm chilling here or I'm running the country.
Hey, either I'm just chilling or I'm going to be president of the U.S. Okay, listen.
I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do the big one.
Well, you kind of have to start somewhere, though, Paul.
No.
You know what I would love, actually? No, I would still be like, hey, listen, I feel like we could work a deal out here.
Yeah.
I will back you. You just let me shadow where nobody knows I'm there, but I like to live it like I was present for a week. I mainly would like to know what you're giving them vitamin-wise and what they're getting in IVs and what they're taking health-wise. Did you ever notice that you really don't? Trump the other day, he was speaking, it might have been a month ago, he was speaking, sounded like he was congested. But I think that was when they were flying like cross country, whatever. But you never really see a president sick.
Yeah.
No.
You ever think about that?
No. But they can also disappear and you don't really notice for 3 or 4 days either.
Not Trump. Trump's on the news every single day.
He's talking every day.
He doesn't have to get on the TV. He'll just truth social it, and you'd never know he had the flu.
But he's on TV every day.
Yeah, he is. There's constantly right on the below of your screen.
Matter of fact, he went dark for 2 days, and people were making up things that he had died.
Oh yeah. It'd have been 2 days and no one heard anything.
Yeah, they were like, Trump
the
was
press
dead.
was saying he was dead. Something was wrong with him.
Yeah. He comes back and he's like, you take 2 days off, and they make up things.
Somewhere. I'm like, this sumbitch went down an escalator and became the president. Like, what are you talking about?
Who, Trump?
Yeah, he didn't have to start anywhere. He just said, yeah, I want that job.
You hear about The Simpsons?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. That is weird. It's like you're living in the Matrix, right?
Didn't they find out that like the main writer was like Epstein connected?
Shocker.
Didn't they? Dude, if you think about it, bro, and listen, I love The Simpsons. Still watch it this day. I don't care. Bro, they're oddly on to a lot of things that they called. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't just like a coincidence a couple times. It's very, very close.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah. Also, that older show, I've heard comparisons to it. Was it the Jeffersons?
I love the Jeffersons.
Yeah, it was like very close, like stuff that happened in that show. I remember the Jeffersons, but I don't remember the Jeffersons at the same time. Like, I remember the gist of the show, but I don't think I ever really watched it.
It was so funny, dude. I'm coming home. Constantly having a heart attack. That shit was so funny, dude. That All in the Family, dude. Those old classics.
All in the Family.
Matters.
Oh, TGIF, bro. Are you kidding me? You know what breaks my heart, dude? Is these kids won't know the excitement of, like, we truly had to wait to see a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, it might come on right after school like Power Rangers, but
it'll do a rerun, but you have to wait the next week to find out what happened.
Yeah, you don't want to be that kid at school. Now you're a week behind.
Yeah.
Loser.
You're a week behind. You're in the slow class.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're just a freaking idiot. But like TGIF, Family Matters, Full House, Step by Step. Remember that? Gold.
Yeah.
What else was there? Saturday morning cartoons or Bill Nye the Science Guy or all these things.
The Bill Nye Science Guy.
All these shows that like Recess. Y'all remember Recess, dude?
Mm-hmm.
And then like when Mr. Face with Nickelodeon and all of those shows, Angry Beavers. Remember that?
I don't remember Angry Beavers.
You don't remember Angry Beavers, dude? You remember Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah, I do remember Rocco's Modern Life.
That's
actually
one of
a
my
good
favorites,
show.
dude. But it was just like, I don't know, man. I felt like, Boy Meets World. I felt like those shows, look at him, he just reignited. I felt like those shows, they were about real life.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
They were like, you could connect your family, your house problems, your growing up with that show, and it kind of helped you as a kid.
When Steve
now they don't have that.
Stephon Arkels.
They gave you hope, didn't it, Paul?
It did.
You were like, I get a freaking time machine, dude.
You know? Some of us became me, some of us became you.
Well, I do remember that first episode when he did that. As a kid, my mind was blown.
So what was your favorite show when you were a kid?
Oh, dude.
If you had to choose one.
That's got to be like different segments of your childhood.
Power Rangers when I was little, obsessed. Ninja Turtles. Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World. All the TGIF stuff, Full House, Step by Step. Dude, Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes was a classic, dude. I
like,
still watch Looney Tunes to this day.
And then when South Park came out, bro, I've seen every episode of South Park probably 50 times. I'm a child with that. But also, like, dude, like Rocket, like all the Nickelodeon stuff, dude.
Rocket Power?
Rocket Power was,
was great, bro.
Rugrats was great, dude.
Yeah.
Rocket
Power was my jam.
Dude, Doug.
Doug.
Salute your shorts.
Yeah.
Pete and Pete. Like all those, I don't know. All those were just, we watched all that shit, man.
I remember Family Matters and
Family Matters.
Full House. Those were the two.
Yeah.
Bro, I grew up watching Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. So that's
Sanford
what was fun about like growing up like around my grandparents so much is I got to watch a lot of. So I grew up watching All in the Family, Sanford and Son, the Jeffersons. I got it confused, bro. When you said I thought you were talking about Sanford and Son. Yes, I've heard that about the Jeffersons. I know, the Jeffersons were the neighbors.
Exactly. Yeah, the space people.
They were the neighbors to All in the Family.
Okay, yeah.
So
that's the smokiest fire ever.
Well, because you threw a bunch of leaves in there, buddy.
No.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
smoking us out, Paul.
Yeah, because they're dry. They're on fire fast because they're dry. now it's just smoke.
A metal fire poker.
I do inside by my beautiful fireplace.
Yeah, okay.
It's to
a little warm to light that on.
Just to the left.
To the left. To the left.
Everything out in the box.
But yeah, no, Sanford and Son was my jam.
Yeah, dude. Or like I remember watching like The Gunman with my grandpa, or Gunsmoke. Or the Rifleman. Sorry, not
Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie.
Remake of Little House.
Why
on the
are we
Prairie
doing
right
all
now?
these remakes, dude? Just leave them
There's
alone.
a new Little House on the Prairie coming to Netflix.
Stop with
really?
It.
Yep.
Stop.
Launches in June.
Well, dude, it's almost like that. We have no more original ideas anymore. That's why there's so many.
They're so scared to say anything or do anything.
They're just making remakes.
They're just making remakes because you can't. You just kind of stick to that pattern, right? And you can play safe. But like, come on, man! Like, just some things have to be let be.
But think about it, right? Like, I mean, think about Avengers and everything. Everybody. Chris Evans was done. Robert Downey Jr. was done. Well, whoopsie poopsie. Well, they're back because, A, maybe they're typecast, but B, you think, I want to do other things. I don't want to. Nope. You are Iron Man. Well, now you're not, but you are Captain America.
He's not Iron Man anymore?
No.
Wait, I didn't even know
Dr.
that.
Doom.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr. is back in Avengers Doomsday, and he is Victor.
Why did they do that?
Oh, that we can we'll be out here till like 3 a.m. talking about this.
Okay, yeah, I forget I asked that.
There's a whole
let's not do that.
I did not ask.
Did you watch all the movies?
I mean, I've seen them, but I never really followed all that all the superhero. I liked them, but I wasn't like.
Yeah,
my life was a little chaotic for a little bit.
A little. What'd you do again?
When I was a kid. Well, no. When I was a kid, like with superheroes, would have been like a thing that you start loving.
Not been a kid when Marvels came out, though.
I meant with any superhero. That's what I said. I go. Even when I was a kid, like with superheroes, like I liked them. You know what I mean?
Well, it could have been like there were the Marvel comic books.
Movies.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize that he was no longer
Robert Downey Jr. back as Victor Von Doom. But there's a whole theory about Dr. Doom and everything. Goes back to the last Avengers Endgame when he went back in time and all that kind of shit. Very interesting. Marvel's the only movie franchise that has done crazy arcs like that, correct? To where they tied shit into a movie.
I mean, all their movies are great.
6 movies ago, and then you have to like think about it, and then it comes out, and you're like, "Holy shit!" That just blew my mind.
Yeah, to get your heart racing sometimes.
It does.
Get you a little
I get
tingly
the
in the
vapors.
wings.
Get a little tingling feeling.
Yeah,
I get the vapors.
yeah, your veins busting out like Brady's here yesterday.
I'm just
Start crying.
Oh, I found out there's a new Lord of the Rings movie coming out like 3 days ago. Oh my god!
I've never seen.
I've never seen
Hunt.
one
It's
Lord of
called
the
The
Rings.
Hunt for Gollum.
Okay.
So I get to bring out all the talent that I had in my whole life.
What? What do you mean? Oh God.
Why is you crying, Smeagol? God, I get to bring it all back. Can even move like that little sumbitch.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
No.
No, I haven't either.
Want a divorce?
Why are you bringing her into it?
Why are you bringing her into it?
Dude, I can't believe you've never seen it. It's fucking great movies. Books better, but the movies are.
That's
good.
what they all say.
The books. I've read the books.
But they still
He's
all
a
say
fan,
that.
bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh, I love Lord of the Rings.
That is a fan.
Love Lord.
So, are you a Harry Potter guy too?
No.
Oh, that's
Why?
odd.
Are you, or is it
I
because
am-
you have to? Because I've never seen Harry Potter either. I've seen the first one.
I'm more.
I
into,
can't. I was raised around Southern Baptist women,
Yeah,
and they thought
Same.
if I watched Harry Potter,
You're
I would
gonna
be
hell. Yeah.
cursed and go to hell.
yeah.
I am more of like the fantasy type movie, like the non-real.
I didn't ask what you were into.
Not porn.
We didn't ask what your kinks were, Paul.
I mean,
I'm
you
not
need to
worried
get
about
off
what
my
your
chest, bro. We'll do
fantasies
it,
are.
yeah.
It's the genre. Like, so I don't.
Yeah, no, I know. What
I
you
like, like Star Trek, Star Wars.
mean. My grandpa was a big Star Trek fan.
Things that that are never true, but it's just the imagination.
Yeah,
that,
it
like,
makes you
creates it.
think.
Yeah, right. And I guess like I get Harry Potter's that way, but it's got like some sorcery.
Yeah,
and
I like
crazy
the
shit
first
in it.
Harry Potter. I probably should watch the rest. I mean, it was pretty good, but I was like,
Not worth it.
if you're like 36, why is it worth
Lord of the Rings is
starting? You know,
But
what I
Lord
mean?
of the Rings.
Or
is
am I
very
starting late?
There's a lot of masculinity in Lord of the Rings that you get. Like, it's just like it's good versus evil, right? It's against all odds.
That's where we are
not
today.
caring if you live or die, that you're going to go down swinging because fighting against evil is better than
Oh,
dying
yeah.
at the.
You
dying-
fire me up right now, bro. I kind of want to run through that fence.
Die on your feet than fight. Die. Fight on
Freaking
your
A,
feet
dude.
than die on your knees.
That ain't right, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's and
Let's go fight
Tolkien had a
somebody.
lot of biblical metaphors and
Yeah.
like real life metaphors from like World War II and things
Yeah,
like
you got
that.
me
So,
fired up. Just talking about. If I watch Lord of the Rings, I'll go to a local bar and
right, you'll
front kick
I'll
people.
come back here. You have a sword and shit.
Yeah,
Like, what
dude.
the hell just happened? Hair grow out. My name is now my name's Aragorn. Now changed it.
Is it like a movie you have to? Does it take a long time to understand on the first movie?
No, it doesn't take a long
Okay.
time to understand. It's
I've
just a long
recently
movie.
grown to like that because of shows like Paradise and like Yellowstone was like that too.
If you like those, shows,
Marshall's
you
a
would
good
like it.
show. Marshall's is pretty good. That's grown. What's that? Adrena's been watching the other one that has like Kurt Russell in it.
Oh, the other Montana show, like it's got that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got
But the
Michelle
new,
Pfeiffer.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can't think of what it is, but she likes that.
Kurt Russell's in another show. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters.
Oh, about the fantasies.
Yeah. Godzilla, all that other like it start. Did you watch the King Kong, the remake when it had like Tom Huddleston?
Oh yeah,
Samuel L.
A
Jackson.
long time ago.
Monarch, right? So it starts basically. It talks about like kind of like the founding, and it bounces back and forth. So Kurt Russell's son actually plays younger Kurt Russell.
Oh really?
Yeah. So, but it basically arcs the modern day, all the movies and stuff that has happened with like the previous aspects of it, and then it ties into the new movies, which are good. So pretty cool.
Do you know? Do y'all remember when Ice Cube's son played him in the new Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Or not the new Friday. And
Friday After Next.
no. He played him in
I know the movie you're talking about. I can't remember.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
So good. But speaking about Friday, I was thinking about Friday because Ice Cube. Those are three of my favorite movies, dude.
Yeah,
Friday
they're
After
hilarious.
Next, all of them are great. Original Friday After Next, bro. I still cry laughing.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
There's some
And why
movies that
every
just-
time I come in the kitchen, you be in the kitchen
You be in the
eating
kitchen,
up all the food.
dude. It's so funny, man.
So many incredible like one-liners. That's another thing about movies, man. It was like growing up. I mean, I feel like it kind of stopped with like the Seth Rogen, the Will
Yeah.
Ferrell, all those guys.
the
that
end
era.
of the
You
end
know?
of the
older ones, though,
2000s.
the younger stuff
like,
that they did wasn't like Ferrell.
No. That's what I mean. I feel like it ended with like they were the last class of people
the
that were like
Anchorman.
they were dude,
Yeah.
where it's just like one liner after one liner. That's what makes you go back to a movie and watch it.
yeah,
because
yeah.
they created something so funny that's stuck in your head, and you laugh to yourself when you say it, and then you watch it because it's funny and
like
familiar.
The Hangover.
You know, The Hangover.
The
Bro. I've seen
Hangover's
The
another one,
Hangover 100 times.
Dude, they don't
Laugh
make
every time.
There's no movies like that anymore.
No, dude.
Never.
Hangover was probably the last. Well, I'm pretty pumped to see this Bus Boys that Theo Vaughn and David Spade putting out because they've spent their own money. They have no ties to any production company, nothing. They spent their own money and did the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah. And so this could be something. This could be something. I mean, if you think about it, bro, if this goes big,
Yeah. It could relaunch like a whole.
it could relaunch people going, oh, I don't have to deal with this production company.
Well, it kind of that era's already kind of started.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean,
yeah.
think about it though. Like you've got the whole Steve Carell and stuff talking about like you couldn't make The Office anymore.
No, you couldn't. No way, bro.
You know?
You couldn't make 40-Year-Old Virgin anymore.
No,
You couldn't make Super Bad anymore.
No.
You couldn't make Knocked Up. Could you imagine making Knocked Up right now?
Oh yeah.
dude, The Office is still one of the greatest shows ever.
Still, bro. That
Mm-hmm.
Parks and Recs,
Parks and
Parks
Rec,
and
another
Rec's
great
Always
one.
Sunny in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. You just can't go wrong. You know what show we got hooked on? We, for some reason, Kira put it on when we were at the lake house in Havasu. And it was Young Sheldon, and I got to watch it that night. Adrian and I did, and then I got hooked on it, and I watched every episode of Young Sheldon in like 3 days.
Big Bang Theory was another good show.
Also a great show, but I never paid attention to him really. I thought I never even gave it a chance. You know
Yeah,
what I
because
mean?
it's
So I was like Young
I'm-
Sheldon. I was like, that's probably corny. And I would see some. My stepmom loved Big Bang Theory, so I'd seen episodes, and they were pretty funny, you know. But like,
Yeah.
I was in high school as a teenager, you know, I was
Yeah,
bouncing around, whatever. I never paid attention to it. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Literally.
And the
watched
way
it with
Young
Katie
Sheldon
Wilbur,
ends, have you seen it?
though. No,
The ending? Have you?
Uh-uh.
Boys,
with his dad.
you will sob.
I saw
Really?
like that part.
You will
Yeah,
sob.
No, yeah.
It's the saddest, bro. I mean, I ain't even saying crying. I mean, weep.
Where he like relives his dad leaving.
No. Where? No. Well,
There was a
I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but it's just sad. Just heads up. I wasn't prepared.
I don't forget the name of it, and I don't forget the actor's name, but what's the one that was really big about the UK soccer program? You know what I'm talking about.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
It's coming back.
Oh,
this
I
summer.
heard
That one's a good show.
Season
Is it?
4. Season
Ted
4 is
Lasso
this
is
summer.
awesome, and that's another one that's really, really, really funny. But then they had these moments where it really hits you in the gut, and it's like, oh man, like,
So I've actually
Yeah, that's
been,
how Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like Ted Lasso. I've randomly and not on purpose have been to multiple places that they film. So I was like watching. It's in
Man,
season.
you.
Yeah. So season 1, where and if you watch Ted Lasso, you know what I'm talking about. It's the game that they go play Everton. And they're like, oh, we suck. Fucking sucks. We got to go to Everton because we haven't beat Everton since like 1956, right? And honestly, that shit is actually real.
yeah,
Like there are actually clubs that have played each other that haven't beat them in like 50 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
So it's real. And so it goes there and they pull into the hotel, and I go, wait a minute, that looks really familiar. Yeah, stayed at the hotel.
yeah.
Didn't know. And I did, and then now that I rewatch it, I'm like, oh, the room looks the same because I got upgraded to a freaking like.
Did you ask
suite.
for the room? The same room?
No. It was before the show even happened.
Oh,
So before I even watched the show, like I got upgraded because like it's a Hilton, so I got upgraded. It was like a slow time of year, so I was in like that.
that
nice
makes you
suite
feel
that she
good,
is.
doesn't it?
I was in the lobby and all that. It was just cool. And so like I'm watching the show. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've been there. Like
Yeah.
this. I'm like, I knew that. And you know the weird things. There's a couple other places where they film, and there's some Harlan Coben shows that are on Netflix that filmed in Manchester, and I've been in those neighborhoods because I've been to Manchester a lot over in England. So it's
We went and saw the Full House when we were in San Francisco, and then Googled Mrs. Doubtfire, conveniently located about 1.3 miles away from the Full House. So we walked to it, and it was like 2 weeks or a week it wasn't long after Robin Williams had passed away. So it was kind of sad. They had flowers all over. People had left notes and like wrote on the sidewalk and stuff. But it is crazy seeing those iconic houses or those.
Did you
type
go
of
to
places.
see the Blue Door in Notting Hill?
What?
When you were in England?
No, I did go to the bar where the Beatles started. That was cool.
Liverpool?
Yeah.
So
The Blue Door of what?
so you ever seen Notting Hill? Hugh
No.
Grant and what's her? Oh my God,
I don't know.
who's in Pretty Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I've seen it advertised.
Great movie.
Have you seen Notting Hill? He's nodding off over here.
It's like the Blue Door, and I actually saw it by accident. I was with my buddy, and we were riding bikes around London. Just weirdly, don't even remember.
Just
why.
accidentally went on a date with your friend.
No, we were like, we just didn't want to go on the tube. We said, well, let's just do
We
something
started with a
different.
nice cold coffee and got some bikes and rode around town.
I
Took
mean,
a couple
honestly,
selfies with the bridge behind us.
Listen, it was great. My
Stumbled
buddy was-
upon a nice
my buddy-
romantic comedy.
Yeah.
My buddy was in the
One thing led to
military.
another.
One thing led to another.
Shout out Kyle.
Shout out, Kyle.
Shout out Kyle. Dude, it
Oh
was
my
great.
God,
Yeah,
that's so
dude,
funny.
Me and Kyle were exclusive whenever I went to the UK. It was great. I mean, he was in the military. I would tell him I was coming over like 4 or 5 weeks over. He would just take leave, and we'd just get in all kinds of trouble. It was great.
Were y'all like a secret?
No,
No,
I was wide open.
that's
We
good.
went
Man.
to college together, so it was
Oh, okay. So you're experimenting.
You experimented. That's okay, Paul.
It's okay.
We're not judging.
This is a trust fire.
Yeah.
You know,
Look at that smoke.
all these jokes become way less funny when he goes on tour, and we end up in a bus with him at some point.
All this smoke is all your bad choices going away.
Yeah, woo.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. That's funny.
So what else? What else we got going on in the world today that you guys like to talk about? Anything?
I don't know,
I
dude.
think we might.
I'm pretty pumped for Mania. Mania night 1.
Man,
It was all right. Wasn't great.
man.
It was by far nowhere near, like we said earlier, the best WrestleMania. But I want to shout out my boy Chris, who had his last bare knuckle fight. He announced his retirement because he's expecting his baby girl being born soon. He did not win, but it was a war because he's a freaking warrior, dude. This dude, you should look at his fights. It's insane. So shout out to him. Congrats on your retirement, buddy. Yeah, I think I'm.
It's
I think I got everything.
yeah, I think that's about. And it's also like almost 2 in the here, so
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I feel like
So
our
it's gonna
brain
be
is kind of
We still
our
gotta
brain
kick-
is kind
we
of
gotta kick
scattered
Paul
right
out
now.
of my house.
You said what?
We gotta kick Paul out of my house.
Oh yeah,
So let's pack all this shit up again.
yeah.
So I packed it all up, and Brady's like, "Oh, we should go out by the fire and do another podcast."
Oh, he's motivated.
Yeah. Hey, and we got it done.
Sound opportunities, and look at us now.
Shout out Brady.
There we
Shout out
go.
Brady.
Shout
All
out
right,
Brady
y'all.
for the
Y'all be
idea.
safe out there. We love you. God bless, and we'll talk to you next episode of Offstage America. See you.
I didn't know I was country. Thank God I